Oh yeah, no, we could totally.
Nuts.
Yeah, we could totally do that part of it. Yeah, no, absolutely.
The catwalk part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I have to show you guys the thing that
Yeah.
Jessica wants me to get her.
Okay.
Upgrade yourself. It's so hot right now.
It's so hot right now. So is being
Being
live on
ridiculous.
Twitch. Hello, hi, how you doing?
Oh, are we live?
It's
Whoopsie.
we've been live. We're over here
streaming?
workshopping the next commercial that's gonna run during Chaos Inc. And then Alex is over here researching shit on Amazon for all I know. I don't know.
Thought we were playing deathmatch.
I'm
Are
cute.
we not?
I'm
Ooh,
cute.
I definitely gotta cancel those.
Yeah, I'm queued for raid right now, guys.
Whoopsie doodle.
Yeah, New World streams coming at the end of the month. Don't worry. Hi, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of Angel City Stories. It's good to see you all. My name is Mallo. I'll be your GM, your host, and your rockstar internet boyfriend for tonight. But just for tonight. I'm like a one night kind of guy. At least for right now. We'll check and look again next week and see what happens. How's that? So somebody said I'm convinced. Sign me up for Benevolent Preferred Purchaser Program. All right.
Yes, it comes with automatic gene therapy.
Very true. Very true.
Wear
Oh,
jeans all
man.
day.
Yeah, exactly. Acid wash or nothing, please. Oh my goodness. Yeah, welcome into the show tonight. It's gonna get spicy. If you also joined us on Monday, it got really spicy there. It's gonna get even more spicy tonight. It's gonna be nice. Nice is how we say it. Before we get started, I will plug that if you would like to support the show, log on to www.playidentico.com. Prime Day Pizza Pure Faction right there, mouthing the words. You can get all the good shit, like In Defiance of Chaos, like the core rule book, like the fun stickers, like some fun stickers, and all the merch, posters,
right
and
here.
more. Yeah. You can also get, as Pete is trying to show off, the PDF version of the book on Drive-Thru RPG. Search Identico right there. You actually, there's bundles. There's free stuff on Drive-Thru RPG as well, if you would like
And
that.
yes, tip in the chat, we do have some posters left. They're across from me.
Yeah.
Over there.
Alex forgot we were doing a merch push tonight, I guess. I don't know. It's over there. It's the one winged
use
angel
the
right
force.
there. Yeah.
This is why it's still stuck in boxes.
This is true. Oh my goodness. Also, if you are into reading short stories on Kindles, we've got one called Warehouse 54. It's available on Amazon. Go there and search Identico Warehouse 54. Or if you know my real name, you can search my real name there. The real name doesn't get you a
Plain
discount.
Goblin McFart Bucket.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Jimothy.
Timothy.
No, Jimothy.
Oh, Jimothy.
You know, I think, Joe just walked right past that joke. It's okay.
Yep, it's fine.
I do what I want.
You done fucked up, AA Ron.
You and I might be the only ones getting that.
I think
reference
so.
right now.
Yeah, I think so. We're just gonna keep moving on.
Go on to Oshag Hennessy's office if you can't get it.
Exactly. Just
I'm
go
just
right
gonna
on
be
down.
completely transparent and say that I wasn't paying attention. So
Well, there you go.
Since like birth or
yeah, pretty much.
Oh goodness. All right. Also, you can catch up on the show. You can catch up on Chaos Inc. You can catch up on all sorts of new goodies on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com, search Identico. We're literally the only thing that comes up when you search Identico. Yay for branding. And check it out because it's got some good stuff, and we have even more stuff in the pipeline. Yes, pipeline, factories, things, stuff that we're making that isn't just this live stream. It's
We've
coming.
been workshopping a bunch of stuff lately.
Sure. Yeah. If by workshopping, discussing on Discord like we do all day when we should be doing other things.
I was doing other things at the same time.
Yeah, multitasking. Yes. ADHD people.
Good.
High five. Yes. Whoop. And yeah, made that connection. I think that's it. Is that all of our announcements? That's usual our usual announcements
Yes.
as we got going for it. I plugged the book this time. I remembered. Gave me. Why did I make a high math joke? I don't know. Are you? What if you're in the negatives? 0 can be both positive and negative. That's why I'm 0. Yeah. I just got for
The
those
absolute absence.
yeah. For those at home that are listening to the podcast, I just got the strangest looks from some of the people on the chat.
I
So
literally
sorry.
just looked away for a couple of seconds and it turned into a math, just something.
Yeah, I'm just low key checking to make sure I
Nightmare.
didn't get switched into some like computer binary timeline where
Yeah.
like part of the matrix is slipping through.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the Matrix is returning this holiday season.
Yes. We'll get into a talkie stream and I can give my feedback there. Because I don't want to derail the absolute banger of a show that we have planned for you tonight. So, I'm going to quickly recap where we're at because we're going right into the shit again for the third or fourth stream straight in a row. Our outlaws are split. The party is split. Half of the party is in a helicopter being piloted by Eve. So far, that is Billy, that is Catassie, and Eve, and our boy MC Grifter here, played by Joe. His meat body is there. Billy, who's played by Alex, he's hanging out. He's -1 leg though. -1 leg. Still got
To be
jets though.
fair, the leg is still technically attached. It's just not in great shape.
Yes. It's not in great shape, but he still has jets. Yes, Catassie, played by Cassie. And
Oh, nothing.
okay, you look like you wanted to say something. And it's again being piloted. Catassie's chill. She's in the front seat next to Eve, played by Wild. They're hanging out in a helicopter, and they've been dropping grenades on police and other corp security officials, trying to keep them from coming and busting our boys, Blizz, played by Lance, our boy, Body Boy, played by Pete, and the aforementioned MC Grifter, who have been making their way up the tower. So far, they have fought a cyborg version of the Benevolent CEO.
And throw him out the window.
You did throw him out the window. You've scaled the building pretty well up into the high 20s, 30s floors. Last time you ran into a room, a laboratory that was half sort of botanical lab, half people lab. And in the people lab, you ran into some very interesting creatures that, after Billy convinced you to wake them up, you have started that process of waking them up out of cryogenic sleep, and made your way after a bit of shopping as well. Let's not forget that Bunny Boy tried to shop while we were on this adventure. He's got his stuff on layaway. He's ready to grab it on the way out. Prime Day deals,
Like
I guess,
Kmart.
incoming. Yeah, his blue light special is what we might call it, if you will. You all have made your way up to some of the top floors, and where we're picking back up in this. Muffins, I believe you had just busted through the wall of Piper House's office.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think you tried to Kool-Aid Man through the door, but then, you know, you're a 9-foot robot, so you took like the jam and the wall and several other pieces with it
I do know there was at least one door that I failed spectacularly to kick open, and Bunny Boy showed up and
Bunny Boy did it. Yeah.
stole my thunder.
Hacked the door, but he still was just like, no, it needs to be kicked. Boom.
The last thing that the three of you saw on the inside before we ended last stream was Piper, a long dark-haired man, and a young sandy blonde-haired man taped to a chair in the middle of Piper's office. Piper's office is, compared to the CEO's office, her office is quite plain, almost quaint comparatively. It has some basic carpet that looks similar to some of the other carpet that's on the floor here. It's got a decent walnut desk in the back of it. The walls are adorned in nondescript paintings. There's some traditional looking plants in the corners and things like that. But otherwise it feels very plain compared to the rest of the offices that you have destroyed / infiltrated through your trek up through this this tower. And as you are busting through the door, of course, Piper turns to look at you with some surprise that there is a giant robot being flanked by a guy in a kilt and another guy in a puffy jacket wearing riot gear. What do you all would like to do? Oh, and I also should, I believe, you guys keep me honest here, y'all are still somewhat broadcasting from Muffins to Eve's Glow and out to the Pirate Network, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, we never actually turned that off.
Okay, there you go.
So, for the edification of myself and our lovely fans, I can't remember if we discussed it last night. Do we recognize the person that's in the chair?
Roll perception.
A very important thing on this, Mallo.
Yes.
When Blizz enters the room, he does that whole karate kick little kid thing that they do. With the high yaw and everything.
Okay, all right.
I officially hate Billy.
Oh, because you're rolling at disadvantage. That's right. My notes are like you're down to 9 EMP points.
I don't even want to hear it.
My
You realize I was just looking at my character sheet.
First roll.
My armor is there, fine. I have no leg. Quiet, you.
My first roll was a natural 20. But since I had to re-roll it, it's a 15.
You
Can I roll even though I'm in the helicopter?
you can see his broadcast, correct? So yes, you can roll. And if I remember correctly, for those watching at home, Eve basically has her glow like taped to the front of a helmet, as per the usual how she broadcasts this day and age. So
I just want to make a statement
Okay.
about how much I hate Billy right now.
Didn't you already do that once before?
Because I have been playing role-playing games since I was 14. I have never yet, to this point, had a natural 20 stolen to me because of disadvantage caused by another player. I'm gonna punch you in the shin. I'm not gonna kick you. I'm gonna drop down and punch you in your shin.
2 minutes
Chin.
into the stream.
Technically, it's shin.
So I'm gonna double punch.
Wild
One.
Eve, what did you get?
I rolled a 1. So I can't see shit.
Oh, okay.
Who are you? How about that?
All right, there you go. With
Tell
a
the truth.
yeah, with a 15, Muffins, you impaired a bit because of aforementioned things. But the silhouette in front of you looks vaguely familiar. The long-haired man, as he stands up and he kind of turns around, does look like Beecher. To the best of my knowledge, you have no clue what Philippe looks like because you never met him.
I mean, I was in a car when he drove by with the RPG that one time.
I mean, it kind of he's back turned to you, so for all you know, he's in a yellow jacket and like cargo pants with like boots and stuff on it. So it's like maybe
I have a
Just
solution
yell
to
his
this
name
problem. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I have a solution problem. Yo, Felipe!
What's up, Felipe?
You just kind of like you kind of like see the chair move a bit, and he kind of like he's very obviously kind of like taped down to the chair. And with that, you see Piper turn towards you, and she immediately has with the 15, you notice that there just happens to be a small bit of like chromed metal between her hand and Philippe.
Chromed metal between them. Like, we're talking like she has a gun, or are we talking like she has a like some kind of weird BDSM leash?
Grounding herself.
Futuristic Philippe Shinkpole.
Yeah, that you can't. We don't do that in 2021. It looks more like she's kind of. It's either you can't really tell because she's trying to hide the hand back there, so it could be a knife, it could be a gun, it could be something like that. But she's holding it in roughly the vicinity of like his like throat, neck area.
Okay. I think everybody should just calm down real quick and let's have a quick discussion about what's going on here, because things are not going to go the way you think they are. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's just going to go some direction off the fucking rails. So can we talk about this?
As you see her do this, you see Beecher look very concerned at her. And she takes her eyes off of you for just a second and looks over at Beecher and goes, "Look, if you want to get out of here alive, you play by my rules. I told you this already. I don't want to hear it anymore." She looks back at you and she goes, "There's only one way this is going to end. I'm going to get what I need and I'm going to leave. It's just a matter of whether you're going to be alive or not."
And what is it that you need?
"I need information.
What kind of information?
I need the information that's inside his head. He cracked the code. I need the code."
Felipe cracked the code?
"Yes."
Whoa, that guy's smarter than I thought.
Told you guys.
So,
What
Okay.
format do you want it in?
She kind of looks at you and it's like there's only one format, but verbal or written down.
Oh, lady.
From that, yeah.
Oh, wow.
and you couldn't have asked nicely?
I did
When?
when we picked him up the first time.
You didn't ask us nicely.
Do you have the code?
Maybe.
Prove it.
What? If I prove it, you'll have the code. How am
Yeah.
I supposed to prove that?
If I have the code, you are welcome to turn your 9-foot heavy metal ass out of my office that you have infiltrated.
You have to know that I'm not going to go for that immediately because we have zero reassurances that you're not fucking lying through your teeth right now.
Well, I have the gun to
Are
your
you-
friend's throat, so those are your choices.
You can ask Beecher that that's not that big of a deal to me. I'm mainly here for a friend because she asked me to. Beecher can tell you all about that.
By the way, the rest of you can all hear this. Just putting that out there.
I mean, this is just straight up the grifter for you.
I'm here because I like parties, and they said they'd throw a good party.
Yeah, he's here because he's a dumbass.
That's too generous.
He's got his own, I don't know what, it's something about anime. I don't know.
You must be Pepper. Let me tell you something. If he says the code, are you gonna remember it?
Yes.
Are you gonna remember it to get down 30 floors? I don't think so.
I don't have to get down
Let's
30
take this
floors.
outside. Are you? Will you bring the ground up to you?
There's ways, yes. I have ways of getting out of here.
That's some
You're in
intense
my domain
terraforming,
now.
lady.
So now, I've seen a lot of movies in my day, and I know you may or may not answer this question. But what do you need the code for?
If I told you that, then why would I monologue why
wouldn't
I
you
need the
monologue?
code?
Why wouldn't you monologue? That's
You're
what
classic
you fucking
bad
corporate
guy.
types do.
This is the classic moment for a villain soliloquy.
You blow a bunch of women up everyone's asses about how great you are, so why are you doing it now?
Beecher at that moment just looks at it and he's like, she needs the code for the plant that you guys stole. Felipe figured it out. She just needs it and then he can go. He can just leave. Just walk right out. Right? And he looks over at Piper and she kind of halfway nods. She's like, yeah, I'll let him live.
But you didn't say anything about letting him go.
Said I'll let him live. That's good.
That's not what we're looking for here.
Nah.
No one very high on the negotiation ladder.
Yeah, you're bullshitting us. You think this is the first time we've had this happen? Come on, lady. What is this? I'll let him live for what, 5 seconds and then shoot him? Come on. Call him bullshit.
I have no reason to kill him once I get what I need. How's that?
That's never stopped you from murking a bunch of other people.
Who have I murked?
Not
Go
you
ahead.
Specifically, but people you have directed or your employees.
You have zero proof to any of that.
I don't need proof.
Really?
You seem to think that I'm operating within the law. I have fucking 20 millimeters.
Oh no, I know for a fact you are not operating within the
So
law.
why would I care about
Everybody who
proof?
watches the news knows you're not operating within the law. And I know that if you off me right now, the whole of the world will come crashing down upon you. Hell, it might already. You attacked a
Okay.
major corporation. Do you think there's anywhere that you can run and survive out of this? There's
wouldn't
no
be a-
end game for you.
Wouldn't be the first time for people to hate me.
That's making a strong supposition that I care.
Your meat body is somewhere. It will be found.
And if I die, I'm dead. I don't care. I'm not rushing into death or anything, but if it happens, it happens. I don't give a shit.
That is a very noble, martyr-like thing to say. But I
No.
often find when somebody is staring down the barrel, they think differently.
Well, I have lots of those. You care to stare down some of them?
No.
Okay. All right,
Okay, good.
hold on. Hold up. Sweet D, Matt. Can you pause for a second? Let's. Muffins, come here, please. Come. Just one moment, ma'am. We'll be right back with you. Just hold on, just a second, and I want to huddle together with them and whisper. What happened? What happens if he gives her the code?
Then not great things.
I mean, does it matter?
I mean,
We're gonna blow this
arguably.
building up, right?
I mean, yeah, but Benevolent exists outside of this building.
Yeah, no, but she blows up with the building.
I mean, personally, I'm of the opinion that it's only a matter of time till they get the code anyway. They are a megacorp. All we're
Yeah,
really
I
doing is delaying.
I'm kind of just okay. I'm just leaning towards letting her have the code, and then just blowing up the building and skadooting.
You don't have that kind of time. You give her that code, it's gonna get out.
Well, You know, maybe if we had some ropes to rappel down the building.
Yeah, it's not gonna help you at this point.
My statement is,
Sorry.
yeah, they're gonna get it, but they're gonna get it eventually anyway.
And we're already trying to work on a way to provide the people with stuff that is outside of the food that Benevolent provides anyways. So like, if they get the code, what is the worst thing that can happen?
I don't know. Remind me what that drug does again?
And what's to say that we're only giving the code to them?
It just gave me a nosebleed.
We have a video feed going on right now. If we give them the code now, the whole world's gonna see it.
That's
say,
true.
If the whole world has the code, it's not special anymore.
Also true.
Open source security. Yeah.
So we all good with giving the code? And they're not gonna wait forever.
Might I say, this half of the group is the worst half to be making this decision right now in a huddle. Like,
Over the corner, I go, for what it's worth, I don't think you give her the code. I think you murk Felipe, you murk her, and you get the hell out of there.
wow.
We're not murking Felipe, thank you.
I agree with the exception of we don't murk Felipe. We murk Felipe and Skadoot.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone who has legs, your vote counts here in this situation. You lost them.
I don't have one.
No,
I mean,
that's rude.
sorry, leg.
We can't be. Don't do that.
I just
I
say
didn't mean it that way.
let's let her have the code. They're gonna get it.
Give it on camera. If the entire world ends up knowing, then Felipe is not going to be wanted after that. And yes,
It's essentially the same thing as leaking your own nudes.
yeah, just put your watermark on it.
Okay, Felipe. All right, buddy. No, that was a joke. I'm not doing that. I'm letting Muffins continue talking. So we're in the huddle. We're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Did we agree
I say
on anything?
yes.
Sure. Okay. Do your thing. On the count of 3.
1, 2, 3, break.
Break. All right.
Go team.
All right, Miss
Hello.
Lady.
Crazy lady.
You realize
Like I said-
that you've been over there huddling with a 9-foot robot, right?
I don't care.
Oh,
And you weren't invited.
He's very warm. It's cold in here.
So I have a proposition / some questions for you.
you're propositioning me.
Sure. You ever get down with a robot?
No, but I'm willing
All
to
right.
negotiate.
Don't knock until you try it. But if we were to convince Felipe to give you the code, that's what you want, right?
Yes.
Then I want you to state in your words that once you have the code, you have no more use for Felipe.
Unless he would like employment, but
Well,
that's up to him.
I'm not his mama.
Don't have a notary here.
You let him go.
You're in luck.
We leave the building, and you have your code. We don't particularly like your company or what you're planning on doing with these things, but we're realists. We know that you're probably going to eventually get the code, one way or another. You have access to billions of dollars. This just seems like an expedient route for you. I think we could make a deal. As much as I like shooting people, we can make it so you're not on that list today. Because that's the next option.
It's an interesting proposition. I tell you what. I will let Felipe write the code down. Mr. Beecher here will ensure its accuracy. and then we'll talk about the terms of his release.
That's not going to work because then you have the code already.
You still need a way out of here. You're 30 floors above the city. I can let you walk, but it's a very far down.
He's a jet.
But
Hey, Eve,
Fair.
now would be a good time to shoot the guns into a higher floor to let them know you're there.
You're asking us to go on blind faith. That once you have what you want, that you'll give us what we want. Which in this case is Felipe and leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a relatively low-cost proposition for you. You know that we're not going to accept a blind agreement like that because we have no verification that you're going to do what you say you're going to do.
Well,
And I know you probably have some fancy tech up in your eyeballs to let you record whatever you're seeing.
Also, how does Beecher know how to determine the accuracy of the code? Like, why is Felipe being held if Beecher would be able to verify that code anyways? I feel like that's a little shitty.
They're
In the
going to
Quadcom.
be shitty.
I know.
do you actually ask that question or no?
Yes, but I don't think she can hear, or she can hear that because it's
Blizz
in
will
the
relay it.
Quadcoms.
I was gonna say Blizz would relay it too
Okay.
at the same time.
Do it.
You'll say the same thing the same time. Beecher turns around and looks at you. Not now, Evernote. Beecher looks at you and turns around and pulls up his hair to reveal 2 data ports in the back of it and a chipset back there. And then he slowly turns back around and he goes, because it's locked the fuck away somewhere. And you know who did that?
No.
Santa?
Oh, man.
Your beloved Zaddy.
Oh, I always thought the guy was Dick. Good bacon, though.
Zydarian didn't want to. We could have sold this. We could have gotten all of this out of the way if we had just sold the information to them.
So I'm curious, since you know him better than we did, why did he not want to sell?
Because he didn't want to be beholden to the corpse.
Why
He
would
wanted to
selling
make
him
his
beholden?
own fucking way in this country. Because he believed stubbornly that he could build his own empire. And where the hell did that get him?
I mean, whatever. I never really liked the guy all that much anyway. He's kind of mean.
And then he took one of my greatest creations and wanted to turn it into street drugs. And when a fair offer came, it could have been our way to just wash our hands of this whole thing. We could have retired anywhere in the fucking world. He pulled back on the offer. He told you this.
I remember.
And then when he realized that I was still going to try to go ahead with it, he locked the fucking information away. I can't fucking feel anything. You know what that feels like to not, and he points at the one with only one leg. He's like, to not fucking feel anything. I have no emotions. Why? Because he did a shit fucking job locking it away.
You're angry.
You're
It's-
goddamn right I am.
You should murk that guy and Piper and then just leave.
All I wanted to do was get out of the game. I wanted to save his daughter, who I fucking raised as my own. But no,
As far as
he
I
had
know,
to be
she's
a
still safe.
bitch. I know where she is.
Good.
You guys should really kill him and not let Benevolent have that thing, because it sounds like something we really don't want them to have.
So, I'm gonna ask you, Beecher, because we're friends.
I wouldn't exactly call us friends.
I haven't shot at you or tried to kill you. That's about as close to friends as you're gonna get with me.
Hey, I'm a friend and he blew off my leg.
What does Benevolent want with this drug? What did they proposition you with for this drug?
They have a lot of uses for this particular drug.
Like, I don't need the full thing, but give me the cliff notes.
He turns to Piper, and Piper looks back at it and just says, "That's our proprietary information. You don't need to know that."
Do you think I'm going to go start a competing pharmaceutical company?
Do you think I'm really here to negotiate with a bunch of gutter punk assholes?
I don't care what you're here for. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Beecher right now.
They just both stare at you.
You've been negotiating with gutter punk assholes. I don't know what you're thinking. Like that rabbit's already out the bag.
Catassie, I need you to roll a determination check for me.
God, I hope I have a modifier I forgot about because I rolled a 7.
You feel this like wave of nausea come over you, and there is like a slow blinking light starting in the top right of your AR like space. Even Digi kind of looks at it like, but it's persistent and it doesn't look threatening. But it's just there the whole time.
I don't like it.
What do you do?
Send Digi to track down what it is.
There's nothing.
Or where it's coming from.
It's coming from inside the building. And Digi can't necessarily track it down. Give me an intelligence check.
Six.
Doing great. Love it. The blinking gets faster and it takes up more of the screen as you go. But as you are going through this, you don't necessarily feel as though you are in danger from this. You feel as though you're in danger from something else. As if part of your consciousness is not with you right now.
My part of the Matrix.
That's a different intellectual property. Owned and operated by Warner Brothers Media.
100 years ago.
The Matrix.
Huh. Okay. So I can see it in the AR?
Mm-hmm. What you can tell is it's a distinct signal, not something that you have seen on the grid before. So it's not like you being hacked. You're not tracking, like Digi's kind of looking at it and like poking a hoof at it, and it's not like attacking him any either. It's unlike anything that you've ever really experienced when looking and being connected to this electronic and digital world that you live in.
Do I get more nauseous as time goes on?
Roll a determination check for me.
Using a different freaking dice. And it worked because I rolled a dirty 20.
There it is. It was only a matter of time before those started coming out. No, actually, you don't get more nauseous. The wave of nausea just kind of hits you as this phenomena started, but it's eerily calm compared to when it first started. If you look hard enough, there are different symbols, and again, it's written in a language or something that you've never actually seen before.
Can I have Digi cross-reference the language I'm seeing?
Roll for Digi.
Five.
Nothing that he's been able to find.
Is it like iconography, like hieroglyphics type stuff, or like language, like letters?
It's like letters. It's, well, roll intelligence for me. Let's go with that.
Dirty 21.
So it looks vaguely familiar. It's scratchy. It's not code. It's not clean. It looks archaic in some ways. Harkening back to something you would have maybe studied in school or something like that. Like, that's the feeling
like
that
OG
it gives you.
hacker stuff?
Before that. Like, way before that.
Can I go back and look through like my personal history files, any school files I would have kept, and see if anything jogs a memory?
Give me straight intelligence then.
Sorry, but I only have gay intelligence.
It's fine. It works.
17.
You don't have a proxy familiar. It's like you were looking for a Rosetta Stone at this point. It feels familiar, but it doesn't, you still can't read it per se.
Can I like either sketch out what I'm seeing or find a way to take what I'm seeing and show it to like Billy and Eve?
You could probably push it to one of their ARs if you wanted to kind of pull from there.
All right, I'm gonna push it to Eve and say, "Hey, Eve, I need to show you this. This feels kind of familiar to me, and it's like one of those things that's like pulling on the back of my brain, and I cannot quite place it. Have you ever seen it? Does it look familiar? Do you feel anything?"
I'm gonna start looking around my AR. I'm gonna look at it. And do you want me to roll if I do feel or see anything that I would recognize, Mallo?
It looks utterly foreign to you. Like if you didn't know any better, she was trying to write in some sort of ancient language.
Is this aliens? Where'd you get this? This has to be aliens. This looks like aliens.
I'm not saying no. It just kind of popped up. It doesn't seem directly threatening. Digi kind of interacted with it, poked at it a little bit, and it didn't, like it's not reactive so far.
Did you maybe pick up something while you were hacking one of the networks? In the line of duty? We haven't really cleaned your machines or anything like that.
Duty.
I have an algorithm that runs antivirus periodically just because of the nature of the bullshit that I get up to. But maybe, let me run them again real quick.
You said you feel something with this?
Not from the, this doesn't feel dangerous to me. It just feels kind of weird, kind of out of place. I can't place it. I do get a distinct feeling of danger from elsewhere, but like we're, in Benevolent's butt crack, so that might explain that.
I mean, yeah, I'm flying a helicopter right now, so it is kind of scary.
Yeah. Billy, you're still in the helicopter. Can you give me a perception check, please?
Yes, I can.
Eve mentioning that she's still piloting the helicopter, I want to roll for anxiety.
I really hoping for a good roll here because I'm still at a -5. I need to find some. Would I have been able to stabilize my leg enough to not be at the full -5 by this point with my healer's touch?
With your healer's touch, probably. You just can't use the leg at this point. Like what you're trying to basically do is stop the pain.
Yeah. So with my healer's hand and then the healer's touch bonus, am I out of pain yet?
Probably, because you guys have been you guys have been flying around the fucking city doing circles around this fucking.
Just sitting in the back, groping your leg like a weirdo.
So I'm not in pain anymore. All right.
Well, yeah, because you're also in the exosuit, which kind of helps stabilize the broken. Yeah.
Okay. That's a 18.
You happen to notice while you guys are making these circles around and they're having this conversation in the front of the helicopter, that there are drones sort of taking off from the top of Benevolent's building and heading you all's way.
Is the door open?
Is it? That's you guys tell me. Y'all are the one flying the helicopter.
Well,
in
which case, I have a Gauss rifle to fire out the window.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, we're loaded. We have like 2 miniguns and then.
No, are those like door hung miniguns, like on like a
That's
Black
what I
Hawk,
was thinking.
or are they the ones? Are they under wing mounted?
She's got under wing mounts. She's got
you've
those in a
gotta
rocket
shoot
pod.
Okay.
But I can shoot out the window. So let me know whenever you'd like me to start taking shots.
Okay.
I need somebody in the group that's in the office to try and shine something out of the windows so that I can figure out what floor you guys are on so I don't fire on the floor.
And I need somebody to explain to me how under wing mounts work on a helicopter which does not have wings.
I'll send you a picture.
Helpful visual aid. It's a thing. It does work. But I do remember that the first picture that we all agreed upon on this has a nice fun loadout. So there's things that go boom on this helicopter, which is fun. All right. Why don't we go ahead, Billy, and have you roll for your Gauss rifle?
All right. What's my target?
I rolled a 15.
Okay, so 19. Hey, I hit him 3 times. All right, what kind of drones are they?
They look like quadcopter style. So it's like a security type drone.
All right, so I'm not really rolling for location. I'm just kind of.
No, you're either hitting rotor, the gun, or the body. Those are your choices.
Got it. Well, so the first shot that I hit with does. Ooh, that was nice. 10 plus 12 is 22. Second shot is 10, 14, 16. So that's a total of 38. And the third shot is 48, 53, 54 points of damage total for all 3 shots.
So, aim, shot, boom for one of them. There are 2 others up in that are. So with your Gauss rifle, you're kind of seeing them as they're taking off. So you hit one kind of just right as they're taking off. The other 2 are coming at you, but they're still a little bit of a ways away.
Ooh, we should totally kill those.
Catassie, as Eve, are you taking any evasive maneuvers? Let's go with that first.
Was I told about the drones, or am I still trying to figure out what the code is on my AR?
I said there was drones and that we were shooting them.
Okay.
Yeah, and Billy just took some shots right out the window.
I mean, remember, I am multitasking
Yeah, you
as
are.
a helicopter pilot and trying to figure out what the hell Catassie just swiped up into my screen, so...
Billy says, I, for one, would like you to know you're doing great, but let's go blow those things up before they kill us.
Okay. Yeah, I am gonna take careful evasive maneuvers because I don't want Billy to fall out of the helicopter. Have you strapped yourself in?
Oh,
because
yeah.
if you haven't, I'm gonna yell at you.
Yeah, no, I've got a safety strap hooked to the ring mount.
Mm-hmm.
We're good.
Thank you. Thank you for not trusting me that much. Okay, so
It's not just you, everyone.
Do you take evasive maneuvers to kind of
I
fly
have a
around the
question.
building? Yes. Lay it on me.
Well, yes, I am going to take evasive maneuvers to try and fly around the building after, of course, asking over the quad comms for somebody to shine something out the windows so that I could figure out what floor they're on.
Okay.
I'm also going to tell Catassie to send the code that she's experiencing, send a copy of it over to Katrine to see if in a secure way if possible, because I don't know what the fuck it is and I don't want it to contaminate shit. And yeah,
Send that shit over
that's probably what I
LimeWire.
think. Bear share that shit, duh.
Yeah. That's how that works.
NordVPN.
Yep.
And ESET mobile security.
All right, so I need two things. I need Eve, I need you to make a piloting check because you're doing evasive maneuvers. And then as you get closer to the building, I need Catassie to make another determination check, please.
Do I add anything?
It's your agility and your pilot skill.
That's a 17.
Okay, so you kind of just like, hold on, everybody, and start. Yeah, everybody starts listing and moving things around and all like that. And you're basically doing a couple maneuvers around the building to, I guess, initiate a chase, as it would be to kind of get. I'm assuming you're trying to get Billy into position, or are you just trying to like turn and burn these things yourselves? That's totally up to you. I'm just giving you options as the pilot.
I'm gonna rely on Billy until he asks for assistance in shooting them. Because I'm also going to be trying to focus the guns. If we're using the helicopter that you linked, I want to be facing the way that I want to shoot. So I'm gonna have to kind of face the building and keep watching for the lights or whatever to shine out the windows.
Copy that. All right. Catassie, as you are doing this particular maneuver, Wild, Catassie leans over and just kind of hits her head on the bulkhead, and does
Sounds
not
like me, TBH.
and does not lift her head right back up. Like, it's a quick maneuver that you do, but she's now kind of like leaning up against the bulkhead. Catassie, with that hit, you feel the light that had been blinking and getting slightly bigger, and as you got closer to the tower, it suddenly started to just envelop your whole vision in there. So it's like as you were about to broadcast this out to Katrine, in this like bright white light, you just hear the words, "Mother." And you hear, "I'm scared. I fear. I not know where I am." The voice is coming essentially from in front of you, for lack of a better, in this space that is somewhat infinite in white.
And I can't see anything. It's just a voice.
Correct. It echoes slightly in your head, but not like in a menacing way. It sounds, despite the hiss, it sounds genuinely concerned.
Well, yeah, I also am scared. I got a disembodied voice talking to me of some baby I don't remember having.
It replies back and goes, Mother, where are you?
I'm at your mom's house.
Roll one last determination check for me.
19.
You, as a digital sort of embodiment of yourself, you blink a couple of times, and as you blink, it goes from this like bright white world a couple of times, and when you open your eyes the third time, your vision is blurry. Your vision is from a completely different perspective. And you look at the inside of the lab of Benevolence Tower that you saw through Muffins not 10 minutes ago. And your vision is much, much higher in the room than what you, as a standard, smaller hacker, tend to stand to. And it's almost as if like everything is in black and white, blurry, and it's as if like there's no form and function to certain parts of the room. And it sort of refreshes every couple seconds. Like it pulses out from you, so you can see relatively what's in front of you. And you hear very clearly. You smell smells. You smell people. You smell their blood. And then you hear this conversation that's going on somewhere else in the building. And it sounds to you familiar. It sounds like Buffin's, voice box. It sounds like Bunny Boy. It sounds like Blizz saying something. And it's the clearest you've ever heard in your life.
Can I look at what physical body I'm in?
You look down, and as you kind of hold your hands up, your hands are stark white. Your fingers alone are about that long, and at the end of them, they have claws to them. You look at the rest of your body, at your arms and things, and it's muscular, but it's this pale paste white. You look down the rest of your body, and it's cut, very muscular, but your legs are much, much longer, and they have long clawed feet at the bottom of them. And you continue to hear those three chuckle fucks having this conversation with Piper as if you were standing next to them.
Am I in something? Can I move? Am I do I have control of this corporeal being?
If you take a step, it's as if you leaped how fast this creature can move. You almost kind of stagger for a moment because you can move much quicker than you have ever moved in your life. But you're able to kind of right yourself back up, and you're still standing what you imagine at least 7 feet tall, maybe more.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give a big stretch because I've always wanted to stretch as a tall person.
It feels good. Way better than it probably should. Like your muscles are wakening up after a very long sleep, and it feels like the best.
And in this form, am I still in the like all white endless digital space?
No, you're seeing it as this. You're seeing the room.
So I'm in the Benevolent Tower.
Yeah, as if you were standing there yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna go seek out the voices. Because to me, they're familiar.
Roll a perception check for me as you're leaving the room.
That's a 1. Can I burn a reroll?
Yeah, go ahead. You got plenty.
Would you say perception?
Yes.
18.
Okay, so with an 18, you notice there was a cryogen pod that you were staring at when you sort of awoken. All of the other pods in the room seem to be open now. And you pick up on all these smells from the plants, from people were here. People have moved. Things have happened. You have scents to follow, like trails, like vapor trails that aren't digital. Like it's not like a hacking trail, but in your head, it makes sense to you because you follow trails on digitally all the time. It's like that, but a little different. And
What's the most intriguing smell?
It's coming from upstairs where you were going to go. The other smells are falling off a little bit. The ones that you can smell more acutely are because you're not too far away from Blizz, Bunny, and Muffins. So the familiar sort of oil smells of Blizz and Bunny and Muffins' mechanical bodies, Blizz's cologne and rank riot gear that he's been wearing for far too long. You come bounding up. It's as if you don't walk, you like leap on all fours. Exactly. It's kind of reminiscent of if you see how werewolves track, it's kind of like that. Bunny, Blizz, and Muffins, please roll a perception check for me.
Got a 5.
Wow, that's the sound of somebody who wants to roll a 1.
Woo! No, I rolled a natural 20 once again. Re-rolled, got a 19.
Nice.
So that would make that one a 21. Nope, 22. Math are hard.
Bunny, what'd you roll, bud?
Natural 20.
Fuck yeah. Okay. As you're kind of like sitting here and you're having this negotiation with them, this beast comes bounding up the plexiglass and metal stairs, coming at you guys fast.
Hey guys!
Puppy dog.
Do you actually say something, Catassie?
Hell yeah.
It comes out.
Sup, nerd?
It comes out in a hissed voice, and in your own head, Catassie, you hear the voice that was calling out to you and your own voice at the same time, as if they are one.
That's not weird at all.
What a plant coat for if you got werewolves in here? Ah, gross. Just take the W and go.
I am not a werewolf, I am a who-wolf, and you better sit up and pay attention.
Why?
Just imagine, just for those listening, just imagine that she's saying it like that in a raspy voice, because, you know, it'd be like that.
I'd like to know that when Bunny said that, it was a very panicked and screechy voice. Like, oh my God. Yeah.
But when I talk, it's in plain English. They can understand me.
It's broken English, like it's wispy and raspy, but yeah, you can communicate with them as if it's to the best of what you can understand. You kind of look at this and go, this is kind of what Muffins feels like. And you're like,
in the back of the helicopter, has Catassie like just kind of zonked out?
she's just
completely?
passed the fuck out.
Okay.
She ain't moving.
So I can hear through their quad-comms what's happening over there. But the thing that just ran in and yelled "Sup, nerds" hasn't actually said it was Catassie. It's just...
Yeah, she has no that creature has no quancom, so it's not like it's communicating with you.
No, but I'm saying I can
But
hear
they can
what
hear.
Muffins and Bunny are hearing.
Yeah, Buffy's a
And
whole
Buffy.
different. Yeah, it's a different show.
Yeah, Muffins and Bunny.
Equally as good though.
If we got werewolves, we're starting to stray into that territory.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. Shut the fuck up.
You might want to describe it so that they don't think it's a werewolf.
Yeah, now I gotta fucking describe it. It's
At this point, it's a werewolf no matter what you say. So.
Does sound like a lycanthrope.
it's not a lycanthrope. It is
looks
a
nothing like a
7 foot
werewolf.
tall.
What? I have Underworld, which is the film that this is from, but also I have science and animal handling. If those help at all.
I mean, you know it because you guys looked at it a little while ago. It was in the pod just a bit ago. It is gaunt white, tall,
Oh.
lanky.
Maybe he's coming here to say thanks.
Doesn't it have like big teeth?
It has giant fangs. It has completely hairless, no hair at all. Long ears.
Oh,
A leaf kind of nose.
He says white. He means this color white.
Yes. The kind that makes you have to re-white balance your calendar, like your camera. And red eyes.
so we're talking more like high elf or Eladrin, not your regular wood elf or drow.
Alabaster plus. And
My thought
leathery
was-
type skin, not smooth.
Alabaster Plus, I don't think I pay for that subscription.
Is this the one that I partied with some Bon Jovi with many games ago in a whole different universe?
That nobody has ever seen unless you came to
Yeah.
Norwest Con? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Insider knowledge, nerds. Maybe you should come to conventions more.
White
Yeah,
handsome
let's
Squidward
not
with
let's not
fangs.
promote that in the middle of a pandemic. How about it? Yeah.
I like handsome Squidward with fangs. I can work with that. So I'm gonna be like, it's Catassie. This is my true form.
Hey! What's up?
I'm gonna reach out and tickle Bunny with one of my weird fingernails.
It tickles.
At this point in time, Piper's just kind of like looking at this assembled group, both with shock and horror. And she's looking back at you all and going, I believe we were negotiating until you brought your dog here.
Yeah.
We were talking about negotiating. You were making dumbass rules.
Hey,
You
so
were negotiating in bad faith.
Can I eat her?
there's drones trying to come kill us. Can somebody just murk that lady? And let's
I'm trying to
this
eat
up.
her right now.
go.
Roll initiative.
Are we all rolling initiative so I can murk some more drones?
Yeah, let's all roll initiative. How about it?
Listen, Billy, you shouldn't have got your leg shot off.
I didn't. I got
And-
stabbed off because I was
Wow.
trying to, keep squishy people like you from.
I don't
getting
care
stabbed.
how the hole got there.
15.
Convenient. 12.
I got an 18.
17.
Oh, sorry. I got 18.
Big old 22 for Bunny Boy.
Billy, what'd you get, bud?
17. I thought we were friends, Bunny.
Wow. Wow.
Bunny's been just going after Billy today.
Big, hard.
What? Are you just backseat driving? Come on, man.
Do you want to do the negotiations by yourself?
Not particularly, but you're over there being a Republican, telling me to pull myself up by my bootstraps and just do the thing. There's more nuance than that, Billy.
Wow. Topical
More nuance
humor.
to killing the corporate executive who's torturing Eve's friend.
Just
All right,
stop buying Starbucks every day.
Well, I'm putting on some fight music, and Bunny Boy, you're talking a big game, my bud, and you're the first one to go.
How far away are they, and do they look ready?
Piper still has her gun to Philippe's sternum, essentially.
Okay. So, Baraka blades. Ding! And I'm gonna be like, listen, bro, I don't want to do this. These are super sharp. They stab through machines. They'll stab through you. Just come on, give us the guy. I don't know. I don't know. Do you? Intimidate with the werewolf. Lots of pointy.
A lot of pointy things. Okay.
Lady, I'm trying. Don't just please. Come on.
Are you just trying to intimidate her for this one?
Diplomacy / intimidate. Yes.
Okay.
Can I snarl to add credence to his?
Rawr.
Exactly like that. Now it's canon.
When we're done here, I need you to repeat that so I can use it as my message tone on my phone.
Just clip it. Anyways.
Okay, so I rolled a 9.
Got it.
Actually, I'm going to do something. I am going to use my reroll point that someone so graciously gifted me forever ago. And it's a 21.
So
like 5 of them.
Yeah. You look at her and you kind of like do one of these things, and she just continues to hold the gun at Philippe's sternum, and she's like, "We're doing this. This is what we're doing."
I've offered you all of the methods to not do this, lady.
You're the one pulling guns and wanting to shoot people. I asked
right now. What?
She pulls out a pad and puts it in front of Philippe, and she's like, "Now." Eve. No, Blizz, it's your turn, actually. You get to choose how this goes.
Well,
Let's see how this plays out.
probably not that way you're gonna think.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna raise my hand and wait till she calls on me, like a little kid, just standing in the back of the room, jumping up and down, trying to get her attention.
She's still looking at you all. She goes, yes.
Do you need this window?
I'm not exactly fond of this window. No.
Okay.
Were you gonna go jump out of it? If you could, that'd
No.
be great. I'd love to.
Future use.
Yeah. Just do me a favor. Go ahead and jump out of it, please. That would save me a lot of problems right now.
So if I pull my gun out and shoot the window so I can jump out of it, you're not gonna get mad, right?
You could just crash through it. That'd be great.
Nah, that's not as fun. I'm gonna pull out my pistol and shoot the window.
Okay. You can't really miss the window, so it just because you have nothing but like 357s and plasma pistols, so it just vaporizes this glass window.
I'll jump out of it in a little bit.
Okay.
Just you wait.
All right. Eve and Billy, you get to go at the same time.
Did I get to see that window crash?
Roll perception. Let's see.
I'm just firing at a drone, so I'll just start rolling dice.
Yeah, go for it.
Math is hard.
Math hard.
I got a 16.
Yes, you would have. By doing your on that side of it, you would have been able to kind of swing the helicopter around, and you would have seen that glass breaking from out there.
I'm gonna start heading that way while keeping in mind where the drones are, but also trying to stay out of I mean, obviously, I'm a really giant, loud helicopter in the
Yes.
sky, but I'm gonna try and stay as unnoticeable as possible.
You fly casually, I think, is how they talk about it.
Yeah, you know how in the movies where they like slowly pop up over the horizon, and it's like da.
It's probably going to be a little bit since you're doing evasive maneuvers. It's kind of like a rad Tokyo drift, but in the air, to keep Billy into the way of like being able to shoot the drones and stuff like that. So if you're cool with that,
as I can kind of slow motion it as well and wave and smile as we're going past the window, I think it'll be fine.
nice. All right, yeah. Billy, I rolled my dodge or my defense for that. What'd you roll on your offense?
I got an 11, a 16, a 17, and a 22.
Yeah, all of those hit. So
yay.
I'm not rolling. I was rolling these dice a lot before the show, trying to get the 20s out of it for you guys.
17 plus 26 plus 7 is 34. 43 plus 43. So that is 54 plus 64 plus 68.
As she Tokyo drifts you around the building again, you get a split second as the helicopter sort of like slowly kind of does one of these things, and you bam, 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 bam.
Does it explode?
Oh yes.
Okay, good. Does it fall dramatically to the plaza below?
No, you with that much damage, you just like
Aw.
incinerate the fucking thing.
That's no
It's
fun.
just confetti.
It's kind of like midair confetti. Let's go with that. Muffins. It's your turn.
What is the geometry relationship between where I'm standing, where this crazy bitch is standing, and where Felipe is? Basically, I'm trying to figure out if I can shoot at her safely without hitting Felipe.
She is standing in front of Felipe. So if you imagine Felipe is right here. She is standing in front of Felipe because she handed him the pad to start trying to write the code down. And she's standing like sort of off kilter from him, but still in front, to keep her hostage between you and possible death. Her head's still poking out though, if we're being honest, because he's in a chair and she's not.
How far away is Felipe from me?
They're only about 15-20 feet because you're now in her office, so she's not the CEO. She doesn't have an expansive half-floor office.
And the type of chair he's in is in an office, like a wheelie chair, or is it like just a what kind of chair is it?
Nah, it doesn't have wheels. It's like an office chair, but it doesn't have wheels on it.
So I'm gonna try something, and Eve's sorry if Felipe dies during this.
Okay.
I am going to basically attempt to rush as fast as I can at the chair and basically just grab it and huck it backwards away from her. Trying to put me between her and him.
Okay.
So what kind of roll? You want strength, or agility? What are we talking here?
Well, you would roll agility first.
Got a 16. You with disadvantage.
As you grab the chair, her gun goes off. And we'll be back after our bio break. We'll see you guys here in about 5 to 10 minutes, okay? We'll come back and see you in just a minute. At Benevolent Corporation, our founder cared for our world and dreamed of feeding it only the best science can offer. So we pour our assets and our people into bringing you the world's best synthetic food. From meatless meats and soy cheese, to hydrating energy cocktails to keep you at your peak. We create meals so good you'll swear you're addicted to them. Everything is delivered right to your door, so meal planning is a thing of the past, and you can just focus on being you. The best you. Benevolent Corporation. We care about you.
Isn't that soundtrack that Wild posted?
Yeah? It's the fight
Oh, yeah.
music is on right now.
We can't hear your music.
I know. It's the way that it's hooked up. So
You know what? I'm gonna blame Twitch.
okay. Yeah, that's
their
fair.
fault.
That's fair.
It's their fault.
I'm good with that. Welcome back, everybody. When last we left, Muffins was doing a daring do.
I was doing heroics. Thank you very much.
You were doing heroics. So, Muffins was jumping to try to grab Philippe. More importantly, he was trying to grab the chair that Philippe was in so he could get him away. As he was pulling the chair away, Piper pulled the trigger on her gun. And that is where we are at in the initiative order. All that you have heard, for those that are in the helicopter and still conscious, is a gunshot going off. The gunshot to you, Catassie, in your particular form, rings. It is loud in your ears.
Well, because don't I have like 4 foot of ear or something?
It's large. You have enhanced ears. Let's put it that way. As you all are getting going from there, wow, if that's not the Tale of Two Cities right there. You all start to hear footsteps coming from the level above you all. And it is coordinated footsteps. It sounds like boots on the ground kind of thing. And they are at least heading your way. Catassie, you can pick out at least 3 people in the footsteps that you have that you're hearing so far.
Are they footstep patterns I'm familiar with? Can I tie them to people?
Give me perception, but you have advantage because of your ears.
All 4 feet of them.
This is not Dumbo.
17.
It very much sounds, so you're pretty familiar with it, with this particular one. It sounds like, the rubberized sort of combat boot on wood and tile. So they're making their way, whatever these things are making their way across a floor.
Come on, look at the boys and say, we've got company.
And it's your go, so you can take action upon that if you would like.
At the sound of Piper's gun going off, I am, because it's so loud, going to lunge for Piper and try and get my jaws around her throat.
Okay, I would like you to roll attack for me.
Do I have any sort of advantage? I don't know what this weird elven body does.
Okay, so here's the way
It's
that
like
it works.
puberty all over again.
It is, yeah. So, as the creature that you are, you have a 20 agility, which is a +3. You actually have multi-attack. You are able to attack twice each turn with your claws or once with a bite. You are able to pounce. If you successfully pounce, they are knocked prone, and that means you're on top of them. You are, however, light sensitive, meaning bright flashes of light and things like that disorient you and can temporarily blind you for 1 combat action. Your bite is a 1v1 kind of thing. You get +1 to your hit. And if you hit, it's 1d10 plus strength. And the target must make a saving throw, of which I will do if you are successful.
Just don't trip over your 5 feet of ears.
It just keeps getting bigger. So
Well, Pete knows that's my jam.
I don't need to know your sexual preferences, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would like you to dramatically jump all over this chick and roar with the roar. Da bang, diggity diggy.
Bow with the bow. All
Yep.
right.
Roll attack for me.
19. 5 plus 3.
Cool. I only rolled a 17, so I would like you to roll damage for me. And I'm gonna roll.
So that was 1d10?
1d10 plus your strength, so it's 1d10 plus 1. And this is to her throat, by the way.
All you said my d10s have disappeared like they owe me child support.
I can roll you a d10 if you'd like.
8.
Cool, that's exactly what I just rolled too. So you lunge at this woman who is caught completely off guard by this 7-foot creature that your speed is ungodly for you. Like, you've never experienced this kind of speed. You leap and your muscles contract and your arms reach out and they pin her to the ground. And then instinctively you just bite right into her neck. And as you make contact and break the skin, you feel the venom go into her body. I need you to roll me. Well, she's actually poisoned, but there's no roll for this one. Sorry, she's automatically poisoned because she failed that particular piece.
Internally, I'm kind of going, wee!
No, internally, you are feeling satiated with the taste of blood in your mouth. She is going to, on her turn, she is going to attempt to get out from under you.
Good luck, I'm feeling snuggly.
Roll a strength check for me. So it's d20 plus 1.
Can I use a reroll? How many do I have?
I think you have 4.
I like 14 much better than 3.
Well, I rolled a 6, so that's gonna work. So she struggles under the weight of, and you're not very like massive or anything like that. You're tall, but you're lanky. But concentrated on this very small woman, she's not getting out of your grasp anytime soon. Funny boy. Catassie's new form? Question mark? Just leapt past you and past the robot into the room and is now chowing down on Piper.
Okay. There's going to be a brief second where Bunny Boy is going to just wide-eyed realize that he's in an anime. He's living an anime. And it's way more brutal than he expected it to be. It's not as colorful. And he's got some decisions to make. How's Felipe doing?
If you investigate Felipe, it'll
Yes.
take part of your turn, so you can't move. We'll say that. But if you investigate Felipe,
Okay.
or it will take one of your actions. I guess we should put it that way. Because if you want to
Okay.
just like go, you can do that. Felipe's got a hole in his chest. He's bleeding. He's not dead. He's just bleeding. And he can't cover his own wound at the moment because his hands are still tied to a chair.
Okay.
So he took a single shot to the chest, point blank.
Right. Right. Okay. What's Beachy doing? Just, Pikachu facing?
A little bit at the moment, yeah. He's not
Okay.
much of a fighter, as you guys know.
I mean, he did judo toss me. Okay. What are there any objects like chairs or something?
Yep,
near
there's
me?
chairs.
Within grabbing
There's
distance?
like a small like conference table in her room. So there's chairs that she pulled, one of which have been used to hold Felipe down. There's a table.
Yeah.
There's her desk with a chair with it, some plants, a
Okay.
bookshelf, that kind of thing.
How close are they to the table?
Well, you're kind of like 5 feet from it because you guys
Okay.
Kool-Aid man to the door.
And how So if there was a wall, Beecher, table sandwich, what's the distance between that table and the wall?
Wall here on the left-hand side, like if you're looking into the room like this, table's over here on your left. Beecher is sort of catty corner diagonal on your right, where now Catassie is on top of and trying to destroy her.
Okay. So Beecher's not like in between, or not on the other side of the table from me?
No, they were they were sort of in the center of the room trying to get this done.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm going to basically like blindly, because I don't think you can do it accurately, but also just trying to be quick. I'm going to grab a chair and just toss it at his ass.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just to try to distract and bum rush him.
Yeah. Oh, that's not going to go good for him. So you're rolling agility because it's an improvised weapon. So you just don't get any like combat bonus or anything like that for it.
Oh, okay. That would be a 15.
Okay.
Ate my Wheaties today.
Yeah, he only rolled a 7. So you
Nice.
throw this chair at him, and he kind of gets a hand up like right at the last second, but it definitely knocks him off kilter, and it has him stumbling back further into the room.
Nice. Eat chair, bitch.
Yeah.
Double crossing such and such. Felipe, stay alive.
Okay. Blizz, it's your turn.
Catassie said something about hearing people. I want to go to the doorway to the office, or what was the doorway, and basically watch down the hallway for somebody, for a group of people. And I don't know if holding an action's a thing, but if that is, I want to pull my grenade launcher and fire it when I see him.
Okay, so positioning kind of piece is that like the office isn't that big, so you guys would still have been standing at the opening to the office. That's how Catassie basically just ran up on you guys, because it's a muffin-sized hole essentially, which is quite large when you think about it. So when you say you go to the opening to the office, you kind of just turn around if that's what you want to do. Now, if you want to reposition, go right ahead.
I want to reposition myself to where I can duck into the office if they start shooting back.
Okay, so you could kind of pie the corner a little bit if you want to, and you want to ready a
grenade launcher
shot. Okay,
for the second they come into view.
Okay. Eve and Billy, it is your turns.
Oh, Eve.
Okay, so flying the helicopter evasively, we're shooting drones. I'm
You are
doing a
Yeah.
Tokyo drift past the window.
You should put some rounds in the floor above them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and stabilize my evasive maneuvers after doing that Tokyo drift, and start up the and aim at the windows above this floor and just do like a sweep.
Okay.
Of like,
roll an attack for me. I believe Muffins, for your minigun, it is 5/1, correct?
Yes.
Cool. So, Eve, you have 10 of those shots you can make. Technically. Because you have 2 miniguns on the front of that thing.
10?
Yep.
And they were which dice?
You're rolling
D20s.
D20s to hit.
10 D20s? Are you kidding me? This is gonna be so much fun. Okay.
Welcome to what Muffins gets to do.
While she's doing that,
Yes, it's gonna take a moment.
drones. Are there any more drones?
There is 1 drone left. Yes.
All right, I fire at it.
Okay, I'm gonna need another D20. This is getting hectic over here.
That's okay. There's only 1 drone left.
Yep.
I want this one to fall dramatically to the air. Muffins and Eve go brrr.
We make jokes about me rolling dice, but I've held off shooting both my minigun and my railgun this round because I would have to roll them 10 times because of disadvantage.
I was gonna make that joke and be like, Be like, Muffins also has to roll 10 dice. All right, I rolled a dodge for her. What'd you roll for your attack?
I got a 9, a 12, a 14, and a 19.
The last one will hit because I also rolled a 19 flat. So.
Ooh, all right, well, I was doing pretty good until this point, so.
Well, that's the best roll that thing's made yet, so.
That would be 4, 13, 14 damage.
Okay, so you hit it square, but you don't, it does not explode in a cloud of smoke at this point. You damaged it, but.
At that point, I say to Eve, just remember, if they fire missiles, turn toward the missile.
Why?
Because that's the best way to dodge it.
Cause it to overshoot.
It'll overshoot. It can't turn around. It doesn't have enough propellant. Anytime you get a missile fired at you, you always turn the aircraft into the missile.
You hear all of this. You hear all of this like this. As it goes, as you're just laying into the building.
I'm just gonna thank you for that because definitely would have had the instinct to try and barrel roll or strafe it.
Read my chat in the chat. Read it.
What? No,
God,
he's
you're
strapped in. Everybody's strapped in. It's fine. It'll be fine. Anyways, I rolled a 17, so I'm gonna roll my 10 d20s.
Yeah, no.
You
Yeah.
want me to? Okay.
Oh yeah,
Just
no.
gonna make
That
sure.
was. I thought you were already rolling your 10 d20s.
I pulled up an app. It just made it easier.
That's fine. Just to let you know, one of them was a natural 20.
Stop that.
The other one was a 5 and a 12. Did you roll any natural 20s in this?
I have a 19.
Okay, so it's not a natural 20. So that one guy basically gets lucky. Because if you rolled a natural 20, because of the transitive property of killing Billy, we know that if the attacker rolls a natural 20 and the defender rolls a natural 20, the attacker wins.
Yes, because that's how Titus died. It's how Billy got fucked up.
I just want everyone to note that he just made an admission that I did not kill Titus.
Just, I'm gonna need you just roll me some damage and hit me in the chat, in the team chat over here, because there's a lot of damage you can start rolling on those, Eve, and I'm gonna keep it rolling if that's cool with you. Cool. Joe, remind me what's the damage roll for each each thing that hits? Basically anything that rolls better than a 12 is what hits.
For the minigun,
Yeah.
3d10.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll 3d10 for everyone that you rolled over a 12.
I think I ended up getting a beefier one, which would match the helicopter.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
It's probably about right. While that's going, and you just simultaneously through this, there is just a hail of gunfire happening upstairs above you, Muffins, and it's your go.
I love the smell of cordite in the morning. So is Beecher conscious?
You can't tell. I mean, he looks conscious, let's put it that way. Bunny Boy threw a chair at him, not a grenade.
Okay, what about Felipe?
Felipe has a hole in his chest, and he's bleeding.
But is he conscious?
Yes.
Okay.
He's in pain. Like, he's crying at this point, like, screaming in behind his, thing.
And Pepper Potts, or whatever the fuck her name is currently grappling with our elven friend.
I mean, all you can kind of see is her legs at the moment, under this mass of white flesh.
Okay, so I'm gonna yell to Bunny Boy, deal with Beecher for a minute, and then I'm gonna try to release Felipe and find something convenient, even if it's his own shirt, to push into the wound.
Okay.
And like the pressure on it. I want everyone in the party to know that I specifically have written a 0 in the medical skill
Yep.
on
So
my character. So basically, all I know is like, hey, you should cover wounds.
Yep. So, you're gonna need to roll, and it's at disadvantage. So go ahead and Muffins being the surgeon, guys, hasn't worked out very well.
So I didn't do too bad. With my disadvantage, I got a 13. Once again, the first one was 19. So someone robbed me of that who shall remain nameless.
Karma.
It's hard to with like Muffin's giant mitts. It's hard to kind of get it perfectly packed in there. You kind of been. I'm imagining you're just kind of putting like a metal, like this over top of him.
Like,
He winces when you do that.
my goal here is basically just to get him free of the chair and then basically have him hold his own bandage.
Okay, well, roll strength for me because you're gonna have to break the chair essentially, unless you got something that can cut tape. Looks at Bunny Boy with 2 Baraka arms out.
12.
12's enough. It's just a chair. All right, so you kind of start ripping apart this chair, and he's still gagged with the tape and stuff like that. But you are able to kind of like, you can pantomime or like give an emoji on your screen to be like, maybe hold your own bandage, please, if that's what you would like to do.
Yeah, I mean, like, as during part of this, can I kind of like just grab his hand and like put it on top of the thing?
I'll let it be a complex action. Yeah.
Oh, and I was also going to ask, to fire my crotch flare, is what kind of task action is that?
That's your action.
Okay. Well, fine.
In the hail of gunfire from above, these three very heavily armored guards start to roll and maneuver and essentially try to get out of the way as best they can from this hail of bullets, but not before Blizz can catch an eye for them. It's kind of very obvious where they're at, unless you think Eve just likes to shoot things for the sake of shooting things, which is practical enough, but I am giving you a chance to fire your grenade launcher if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay. Figured you'd want to do that.
19 plus 4. So 23.
Roll damage.
Okay. 25.
Ouch. Okay. So the coming out of the smoke from this is you just see like a laser light coming through the smoke of your grenade. And as the silhouette kind of clears a little bit, you see this robotic like walking forward towards you. And it is also going to take its turn, and it is going to shoot at you, Blizz. I need you to roll dodge for me, please.
So
Do I add anything to it?
So if you're pie in the corner like that, it's half cover, which I think is
+3.
+3. Yeah. +3.
So that's 20 then.
Yep. Cool. So it shoots at you. You easily duck back around the corner as just gunfire like ricochets and goes through the drywall that's there. But it's very clearly a Rav walking towards you all. Catassie, it is your turn.
As I'm mid, it occurs to me that maybe I'm being rude. So I look over at Philippa and I say, You want some?
He can't see you very well because he's holding his blood. He's trying to hold his blood in. He looks horrified at you.
I look at Bunny Boy, I gesture, and go back to eating.
All right, roll attack for me. You gotta roll a disadvantage because you have a pin.
Oh, wait, hang on, I'm vampire attack. That was +3, right?
Yes.
The 21. Math is very hard.
Okay, well, she rolled an 11, so roll me some damage.
Are all my D10s on vacation together somewhere?
Possibly. The sock
11.
gnomes took them. What do you do when her head is ripped from her body? Like, describe that
Put
for
it
me.
on my finger like a little kid does an olive at Thanksgiving.
So you gnaw in and you just, like, in, like, the truest, like, anime style, as it comes up and the blood starts spraying everywhere, it, like, slows down for a second. Does that, like, shing kind of thing? As Piper's head is decapitated and partially in your mouth.
When you start to open a soda and it starts to bubble over and you don't want it to get everywhere, so you very smartly decide that putting your whole mouth over this thing that's foaming and carbonated is the best possible decision you could make. It's like that, but bloodier.
When Catassie's form looks back up at you, Bunny, it's just covered with blood all the way down the front. And it's your go. Oh, actually, no, sorry. The quadcopter actually gets to shoot back at you guys because it's the only one that's still alive. Eve, I need you to make a dodge roll for the helicopter, please. And you do not have to roll very high. So, just going to go ahead and save you that reroll now.
Got a 13.
Yeah, that's going to beat it, no matter what. At the last second, you hear Billy and them go, turn into the rocket, right as they come screaming past the doors. Billy, you see it just goes, like right in front of you.
See? Told ya.
Heard ya.
I seriously, like, Billy gives her a giant, like, exoskeleton thumbs up.
It's like Pathfinder from Apex Legends, just like, wing, ding, 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 ding. Ta-da. Now, Bunny Boy, when Catassie leans up and looks at you, she is a bloody mess and somehow has a smile on her face at the same time.
And Piper's like down to her T-1000 form.
And I have my fist up Piper's head because it's been removed from the rest of her body, and I'm sucking out of it like a straw. The body, the head is on my fist.
Whoa.
I wiggle it at you like a maraca.
Whoa. Man.
I wanted to shoot somebody. She bit someone's head off. Literally.
You turned me into a werewolf. What was I going to do? A werewolf. I don't know. What was I going to
turn
do?
you into anything.
This has been a delicious experience. Thank you, Identico.
Well, okay. I'm still fucking with Beecher, but like, whoa. You know what? I'm gonna say Bunny would like hold Beecher, whatever, but just be very distracted by that. Like, fuck.
Okay, you're gonna jump on top of Beecher, basically?
Yeah, fuck him.
Okay. Are you gonna like attack him, or are you just gonna like hold him down?
Yeah, I'll attack him.
All right.
Like,
Roll attack.
I want to stick a Baraka blade through his shoulder, so he can't use his arm.
Okay.
So 10.
I rolled a 1.
Yo, okay. So his shoulder explodes. Not kidding.
Well, it's 1d20 plus your strength.
A 3. It's just fucking.
You got like 15 rerolls if you'd like to do that. I mean, it's up to
Yeah,
you.
fuck that.
Okay.
Fuck Beecher.
Yep.
That's. Yeah. 18.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's definitely a fuck Beecher moment at that point because.
Yeah.
So as you jump on top of him, essentially, your blade comes down. You're more aggressive than maybe you thought you were gonna do. And just as you like go to do this, you say, "You know what? Fuck Beecher," and you jump and just come down, superhero landing style, blade first, and have skewered his shoulder blade to the ground. Like your blade is still through his shoulder, as he's skewered onto the ground, and he just. It takes him a second of shock, and then he kind of like does one of these things and looks over and it's just ah!
Yeah. That was a warning stab, motherfucker. You quadruple crossing son of a bitch.
His arm's gone. There's no. It's not. I mean, if that's a warning shot for you, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So cooperate
I'm
in his
proud
face.
of you.
All
Like
right.
the Gran Torino super close up of Clint Eastwood's face. Just angry.
All right. Blizz, it is your go.
What's the size of the explosion of a EMP grenade?
I believe.
30 feet.
I think it's 30 feet, right? Is it 30 feet? Yeah.
Don't fire any more EMP.
Is there
Do it,
any
baby.
way?
Do
Is there any way I could toss an EMP grenade far enough away it wouldn't hit muffins but still hit the ROV?
You can certainly try.
Okay. I'm going to try that. That is a 16 plus 5.
It's 21. I rolled a 15.
I don't remember how to do the damage for the EMP grenades.
So roll the damage. And EMP is there's a rating on the ROVs themselves for all electronics.
I'm real happy I moved into the office now.
Yep. That's probably a good idea.
20.
It goes down to one knee and has to like shield itself from completely falling over. You see like different sparks fly from parts of the ROV.
I'm gonna come back around the corner from that and be like, Muffins, your brothers let us knee out there.
Okay. Eve, Billy, it's your turn.
Go ahead, Eve.
I'm gonna fire again
Okay.
with my minigun because honestly, it was a lot of fun.
All right. Same as before. You do some rolls and have some fun on that side. Hit me with the damage because I rolled a 9 for their defense. So anything bigger than that, we're
All
gonna
right,
be having
our
some
last
fun.
drone friend that fired a rocket at us,
Yep.
taking him down. Maybe not.
Well, I don't know. I rolled a 4. So
Okay.
Uh,
well, I got a
this
a
dice
6
tonight
and
is
8.
not my friend, apparently.
I got a 6, an 8, a 13, and a 13. So it looks like I hit him 3 times.
There you go.
So he's going to take 15 plus 8, 9 is 24, plus 12 is 36, plus 4 is 40, 43.
And
should do it.
describe to me again, how did you want it to do this time?
I wanted it to fall dramatically to the plaza below.
It does that.
Like, I want it to be on fire, like dramatically falling down.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I
Okay.
like it.
It makes me feel better.
All right. Muffins. What are you doing in all of this?
I'm gonna leave Philippi.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to where, or move quickly over to where Bunny and Beecher are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tap on Bunny's shoulder and have him remove the blade.
Okay.
And then I want to basically chuck the, like, hold him out the window.
Okay.
Grab him by the collar. Hold
Okay.
him, dangle him into the void.
Uh-huh.
And say, you know, betraying a friend is kind of a dick move, but then I always thought you were kind of a dick, and then let him go.
Oh.
Muffins just dropped somebody out the window?
Yeah, he did. And I rolled to just see if, like, at the last second, like, maybe he could, like, grab or something like that. And, like, no, I rolled a 1. That motherfucker's fallen 30 stories.
Bye,
wait.
bitch.
He's so goofy, too.
Wait, hold on. Alex, how does he fall to the plaza?
Dramatic. Oh, wait, no. You got to do this Alan Rickman style, okay? You got to do the...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like falling from
for those of you
Nakatomi
who
Plaza.
haven't seen the original Die Hard, you have to see, because that also took place in LA, so perfect, right? That's Alan Rickman
Yeah.
coming back out.
Falling
That's gonna
very
be-
slowly in slow motion,
Yeah.
flailing until just
No, that's Hans Gruber.
that too. Rest in
Yeah,
peace,
but
Alan Rickman.
played him.
I know, but rest in peace, Alan Rickman.
I need Alan Rickman not to be Hans Gruber, okay?
And in our group chat, I just posted a GIF of Alan Rickman
Yeah.
falling out of Nakatomi Tower.
So, the Rav that you have been shooting at Blizz is going to try to stabilize itself enough to shoot back at you. So go ahead and roll me a dodge forward, please.
That was a 17 that time. Unless I get the cover.
Did you go back around the cover?
Let's say no, because I was telling Muffins his brother was out here, so I probably would have stayed and watched.
Okay. Well, you said a 17?
Yes.
None of those are going to hit you anyways. Because it has to roll at disadvantage now.
Hear a very squeaky voice come from out there. I'm being shot at!
It's good for you.
Catassie, that's what you hear. It's your turn.
How much of Piper is left, or am I just like emptying her out like an M&M's container at this point?
I mean, her body's lying on the floor. There ain't much left. Like, it's just blood pooling everywhere at this point.
Okay, well, I'm gonna lap up and then I'm gonna sit up and wipe my mouth with the back of my arm hand thing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna say, who's next?
Who is next?
No volunteers?
He volunteers!
You at WrestleMania.
Are there people actively in the hallway where Blizz is?
No. You, actually, roll me a perception check with advantage. Because that's a thing you do now in this form.
I rolled a 3 and a 2.
Okay, well,
You
It
have
was-
rerolls.
it was a good try.
You do have quite a few rerolls, just saying.
I'm using a reroll
Okay.
then.
All right, then I guess she's using a reroll then.
18 that time. That's much better.
Okay. With that, the smell of gunpowder and flesh, like new open wounds up upstairs, hits you. And it smells like you like, you know how cotton candy smells? Like, it's like one of those things at the fair and you're just like, yeah. That's what it smells like to you right now.
All right, so I am animal instinct, I assume at this point, is gonna force me to follow that smell.
It's up to you, but yeah, if you want to.
I like the idea. Seems plucky. I'm gonna dart out and around where Blizz is and head down the hallway and up the stairs.
So, as you are able, I'm gonna say though that your leaping ability, you don't really need the stairs. How's that? Where you can kind of like up off of a desk onto the mezzanine, up over, and you see off to your left when you do this, you see Eve, and you see your body next to Eve. You're like looking, and then there's a helicopter there, and 2 miniguns still spinning, just slowly, and you just see 3 dead bodies sitting in front of you right now. There's a Rav also off to your left, starting to try to get back up.
Well, the Rob seems kind of like a problem, and all of the bodies, I can smell them. They're all critically wounded or dead, correct?
I think in your language they would be leaking.
Snack packs! Okay, I am going to leap at the Rav.
Okay. Roll attack for me. Are you gonna claw basically, or? Okay, so you get
Biting's not gonna get me very far with the Rav.
Yeah. So your claw attack is you roll 2 dice for that.
2 d20s.
Yep, 2d20. And beat a 13.
13 and an 18.
Wow. Okay, so that's exactly what I rolled for their dodge. And then it's because it's a disadvantage, I have to take 13, right? So that's exactly, you would have met them both either way. That's uncanny.
Kismet.
Yeah. So there you go. Your claw is also 1d20 plus strength. But you hit twice, so now you roll 2d20 or 2d10, sorry. Roll 2d10 and add your strength, please.
Do I add my strength once or twice?
Twice. It's 2 different hits.
I don't know why that made the math harder. 14.
Nice. All right, so you jump on this, and okay, so you pounce on this and you just start going to town, and your claw is like, you're natural, it's metal, ideally shouldn't be doing anything, and then yet your claws start digging into the armor plating, and you're able to start like just tearing into it. Bunny boy, it's your go. Anything you would like to do?
They're in disbelief.
Fair enough. Yeah, a lot of shit has gone down. There's at your feet right now is basically what is left of. Here lies the remains of Jack Beecher.
Yeah. I mean, wait, at my feet or like 30 floors below my feet?
No, well, the arm is still there, yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll pick up the arm and just like toss it out the window. Like, okay.
Okay.
Bye. I don't know. Like, it's fight or flight, and Bunny just like sometimes freezes, and this is a lot.
Okay.
It's not driving.
Yeah. Blizz, it's your turn.
Is there any way that I could shoot the Rob without shooting the thing that seems to be helping us?
You can certainly try.
I'm just gonna take one shot.
Okay.
Yeah, just a teeny shot.
Catassie, I also need you to roll dodge, please.
$18. And so it's my EMP round pistol.
Okay, so it hits because it's a disadvantage because it's being actively attacked at the moment.
Bald.
Yeah, mauled, basically. Maulding! So roll damage on the EMP.
What happened with that last round of damage from Eve's minigun?
It killed all the human guards that were coming. I will metagame that part for you right there. There was a list that I had over on this screen that I just kindly just erased.
Oh, I was curious.
Yeah.
We're just over here.
There and I was curious.
We're just over here like, huh, we did it. Safe. Meanwhile, just mist everywhere above us.
Yeah.
17 damage.
Okay. So you, Catassie, take 9 points of damage just from the shot of the bullet, like, hitting you. The Rav ceases to move under you. Like, you feel the Rav actively just kind of deflate. If a giant metal machine can do that. Like, it's given up the ghost almost.
Followed by immediate terrified sorry.
I bet that operator's feeling this ding right now.
Oh, let's actually... You know what? Let's find out if they're feeling the sting. Yeah, that's a 1. They're definitely feeling the sting.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that was a legit 1. I just wanted to double check it wasn't a 7. Yeah, that was a 1.
As I try to stand up, did I crush it sufficiently that it's like molded around my body parts and like stuck on an arm now when I stand up?
No, not necessarily, because like you were trying to go for like the thing that you can hit the body central mass kind of thing is scratched and like clawed all to hell. It's kind of like that old Jurassic Park where like the T-Rex claw goes through it and stuff like that. That's the part that you were hitting with it. When Blizz finished it with EMP rounds, while you got like essentially a shrapnel hit from it, you were still kind of like on top of it, so it wasn't like draped over you. The pounce is the pounce. What are you gonna do? These are the rules. I wrote these rules. I gotta go by the rules, you know.
You're supposed to follow the rules of the game we wrote when we're running the game?
Some of us remember the rules, Alex. Just saying. Just saying. Just
Listen,
saying.
we named it Chaos. You know what you're in for.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do? There's...
We out of combat?
I mean... You look
Did we
around.
go pick them up now and then
You looked
leave?
around and there's nothing. Everybody's lying dead or at the bottom of
Hey,
Nakatomi
you
Plaza
guys-
at this point.
You guys have Felipe, right?
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Rooftop?
I don't know how strong of a maneuver Eve wants to do.
I mean, rooftop would be preferable because there is a giant Rov that we need to take care of. However, if we do need to shuttle people out the window, like to lessen the amount of people to move up the stairs, then that's okay.
I'm okay with picking up Beecher. Or not Beecher. He's a pile of mush.
He's dead.
Felipe.
You made him pudding.
I would need a bucket to do that. Felipe. And carefully, gingerly, as if he were my dearest child, climb to go towards the rooftop.
Can I pick up the gun that shot Felipe?
Yes.
Okay, I want to do that.
Okay.
There's still like cops on the ground and stuff.
Yup.
Okay, so as we're heading for the rooftop, I start spraying the police line.
Okay.
How many rolls you want?
You can roll a lot and then just give it to me in the chat.
So think of this as suppressive fire, because I'm assuming that the Third Eye guys are still down there, like, and the Union guys are still down there duking it out a little bit.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I'm trying to suppressive fire to give them an opening to breach the police line.
The police, like, so they can, like, leave, or... Because they're
Well,
defending the tower from the police.
Oh yeah, so they can bail out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. As you all are making your way up the tower, you get to a floor, and it's the standard stairwell and things like that, but this door, as you get towards roof access, is a bit heavier than the other doors that you would normally have gone to. And it's the last door. Like, you can kind of do one of these things and look up towards the roof access. It's the last door before you can go all the way up and then hit the roof.
Do we want to investigate?
Bunny uses magical vision.
Do I smell anything behind it?
No, actually. I won't even make you roll for that.
And this is between us and the door to the roof?
No, imagine you're in the stairwell, and as you're going up, right, this is the side on the piece that you were at. Like, you can get roof access if you continue to go up. And but like floors 34, 35, and 36 just don't have doors on them. Or 35, 36, and 37, technically.
So just like a blank wall.
Yeah. It's just concrete. Roof access is still sitting right there, though, if you need it.
I mean, that's Muffin's job if he wants to create a doorway.
I mean, you can try hacking it open.
It's up to you guys. You guys can also just go to the roof and extract if you want to.
But there might be loot behind this door.
When do we ever get loot?
I got
Hacking.
Because we don't go through the doors.
I'm gonna attack the door out of bloodlust.
Created a monster, literally.
I'm mad that I don't smell anything meaty.
We can do it that way. As I watch her claw at the door.
Okay.
I rolled an 18. What is the door roll?
So
Door dodges.
Yeah, the door dodges. No, it's a mimic all along. No. You scratch at the door, and it is thick. Like, you're making dents, you're making some hay with it, but it is a thick door.
Someone should also make sure that the third eye people and inappropriate people are here have gotten the order to leave.
I'll call him when I get up to the roof.
Why don't you do it now?
But I don't want it. It wasn't my idea.
Like, I
Hey,
guess
hey
I'll
Billy,
use
how'd you roll on those shots?
Oh, no natural ones. It was a smattering of stuff.
Anything over 18?
Yes.
Okay, so those would start to like make hay outside. Okay. So your man in the chopper is taking pot shots at this point to help for extract.
Well, I have Felipe in my arms cradled, and he has a hole in his chest, so he probably would not appreciate me kicking this door. So I would say if Bunny Boy can't get it open, we should just vominos.
Yeah, I'll hack it. What was software or electronics?
Or
what?
Give me electronics.
Okay.
I'm also gonna make the
when
phone.
he said hack it, I really thought he meant slice it with your Baraka blades.
I mean, Catassie already tried it. A dirty 20.
It's not enough to get it open.
Okay. Well, I mean, do we have any more C4? We don't have time.
I think we should probably, as tantalizing as this mystery is, I think we should probably just take off before bad things happen.
Is there a gap under the door or anything?
Sealed tight.
Well, just in case the police do come up here and see it or something, or the building doesn't explode, if I can possibly just sit a nanothermite grenade next to the door in the corner next to the hinges while we go out, like go up to the roof.
Okay.
I'm gonna make the phone call to probably Fetu and tell him to get ready to pull out.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Do nanothermite grenades stack? So if I put 2, would it be like a super fire?
I mean, a burn. Yeah, I mean, there's more energy there technically.
I'll put 2 next to the door.
The burn. Yeah. Alex and I have played with nanothermite before. That's a big explosion.
Very burn.
Very burn indeed.
More so than just burn.
Yeah.
Just melt the door. That's, yep.
Okay.
Boop, boop. Off we go.
All right. So give me the order of operations here. So Billy has been plinking the cops to be making, basically to break it up enough to where the rest of the people can make a way.
Yep.
Third Eye, you want to get Rico's team out there and stuff like that.
Yep.
Roll me some D20s. Roll me a D20 Billy and a D20 Bliss.
I'm going to use one of my rerolls. That was a 3.
Okay.
I got a natural 20 on that one.
Yo.
Blizz is just like, yeah, it's
I
fun.
also got a natural 20.
Nice. Okay. Billy, from your vantage point this far up, it's hard to see, but your shots landed. And you feel like the ants that you can see at the bottom of this thing are all starting to like make different waves than what they were. So you feel like both teams are starting to extract and basically disperse throughout the city.
So I say over the Quancom, all right, I broke up the police line enough to get our friends out of there. Third Eye and the Rico's crews are through the police lines and exfilling. We should get out of here.
Well, I'll continue on up to the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put, whenever it's available, I'm gonna put Felipe in the helicopter and maybe like, hey Billy, you might want to do something about that leak.
Yeah, get him in here.
So there is a helipad at the top of this that you could just land to get everybody into and stuff like that, rather than having to use ropes and stuff. It's where the quadcopters took off. There's enough space to put the bird down if you need to.
So I'm reloading the cartridge on my healer's hand
Uh-huh.
so I can work on Felipe.
Okay.
Pulling out my back.
When you start working on him with the IFAC and stuff like that, you can kind of visibly feel him relax a little bit. Obviously, with like some of the stimulants and stuff like that you're putting into him.
Yeah, mostly I'm worried about like sucking chest wounds.
It's bad, but you're starting to kind of work through it.
So I've got a piece of sterilized plastic that I'll put over his sucking chest wound and tape that down with a 1-point valve on the outside.
Okay.
Ooh, look at you, fancy. You don't have to use a playing card.
Medical. I got a dirty 20 to stabilize Felipe.
Yeah. So it takes a while, as you know, trying to fix a wound like this would. So here's the question. Because you're about to try to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bodies into a helicopter.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Remember, Catassie's still in the front seat, knocked out.
We're good. This thing should have a lift capacity of about 5,000 pounds. Now we're going to be sluggish.
I'll sit in someone's lap.
But I mean, this thing legit has a lift capacity of 5,000 pounds.
But can you
Yeah.
all fit? It's a question.
Do we have a sex swing we can hang from the bottom?
Let's say, no. What we do,
I always carry one.
we get D-rings and safety straps. So Muffins can hang out the side with a gun. Like all cool and badass like, sitting on the skid.
I was say, does this have skid or gear? Because I could definitely stand on the skid.
It has skids, yeah. It's a standard.
So we'll just strap them in.
Okay.
We'll hit a D-ring strap to him.
Actually, there are 10 people because Muffin's meat body's around there too. I just thought about,
Yeah, but it's kind of just stuffed in the back where
It-
the cargo netting was.
it is, yeah, basically stuffed in the bag where the cargo netting was.
Okay. And then Blizz can take the other skid, and then we're good.
As long as I have a harness.
Yeah.
I don't know if OSHA's a thing right now, but OSHA would be
OSHA.
mad.
No, it's not just ocean.
Okay.
Die.
Roll me a piloting check, please. And then just we got to get off the ground. And then what's the rest? What's the order that y'all are doing the rest of this in? I feel
I
like
see.
there's some shit about to happen.
Once we clear the building to a sufficient distance, have Billy set off the bombs.
Once I've stabilized Felipe, I'm going to get him into a chair and strap him in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ask Bunny to watch him and hold pressure right here, but not too hard.
Okay. I do that.
Okay.
Well, we're trying. I think I've stopped the bleeding with the quick clot from the IFAC, and I've got something over his sucking chest wound, and he's gonna live, but we want to make sure he lives.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. No problem, no pressure.
Okay. Yes,
I
Juan.
rolled a 23.
Okay.
I
So
think we should.
Felipe's not allergic to shellfish, right?
I think we should definitely make a slow, like movie-style panoramic circle around the building as the bombs go off. You know, so the credits can roll in a dramatic fashion.
I think it's a little bit more of y'all are getting the hell out of there.
So I pull up my glow, and I say, "All right, somebody tell me when to hit the button."
Hit it!
Do it.
We have a quorum.
Yeah.
Good. Boop.
Just make sure no one looks at it so we can all be cool.
I'm looking at Felipe's injury.
I'm looking at the explosion because I don't care about looking cool.
So, as you all are, Eve, with very little time to study how to fly a helicopter, takes this overburdened helicopter up. And you all slowly make your way away from the building. And as you get far enough away, and not very far before Billy hits the button, essentially on the glow, and you start to see windows blow out, you start to see large explosions happen throughout the building, including the nanothermite blast off that were set on several floors and that Bunny just set up top. So it's got like an extra fireworks feel to this moment. And as you all fly away, the sun starts to come up and the dark purple and navy blue colors in the sky start to give way to pinks and yellows and purples as a new day dawns on Angel City. And we will deal with the aftermath of all of this in our final episode of Angel City Stories next week.
Hey, quick question. Did the building fall down?
It did.
Yay!
I would just like to say that you ended that at exactly 10 p.m.
Nice.
I just want to
True
point
GM.
that out. That is now 2 people have tossed out of that tower.
And then you toss the tower out too.
Yeah.
Gravity is a cruel mistress.
Wow.
Thank you all for joining us for 49 episodes of Angel City Story.
Our last one really gonna be 50?
Our last one will be 50. See, I plan to finish right at 10 o'clock, and I plan to finish the story right at 50.
Hey,
Because I like it. Numerology. Thank you very much.
for our viewers, we promise we're not going away.
We'll get to that next week. We got plans and situations.
It's
we'll talk
happening.
about it. Yeah. It's not our last show, but it is the last episode of this particular campaign.
Yes.
So we will see you all next week. We love you. Hang tight. In the meantime, I will do what I do best and send everybody home feeling good. So I will now bid you adieu and say good night. Mwah! And goodbye. And we out.